everyone. Welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. Now, I was hoping to get one recorded earlier this morning. We've been having problems. I was thinking it was having problems recording my voice. It actually seems to be having problems. I use the recording program Minas Action and always record my voice, record the narration here into a separate audio track. And it seems like it continued to seem like we weren't getting the narration recorded, when it actually seems like what's happening is that the built-in player in Minas Action isn't playing back the second audio track. So hopefully, if this works, y'all will be hearing me narrate this right now. And if this doesn't work, y'all will hear an entirely different narration later on, with me cussing and fussing and everything else going, the fact that I've had to narrate over it while watching it. So let's see how this happens. Anyway, while we were here, we have arrived here at Tarstags. We are looking for, and while I'm explaining this, I'm going to move everything back over because I was doing some inventory maintenance while playing in a window and watching a video in another window. We had tracked Funi Gemcutter's father, Funi, I believe his name was. Tracked him to some Uruks that had apparently dragged him over here to this particular dungeon. And what is it? Minas Elendur. And there is also a dungeon, a cellar underneath it that I can't remember the name of. It's Delo something. I want to call it Delosad, but that's not correct. That's the one where Amarthiel was being kept. So it's something like that, though. Delo something. Delatham or something. Anyway, we have got to go in. The Frightened Adventurer says that there's a bunch of very scary orcs and other things on the inside, so we are going to head inside to Minas Elendur and see if we can find Funi Gemcutter now. Go ahead and open the doors and go in. And I do believe that this is, during normal times, a public dungeon. I don't think you have to have a quest to actually go in here. There is a deed associated with it, as we saw before, top to bottom, where you have to find like 16 different areas throughout here. And I'll bet this blood stain is something that we're looking for. Let's taste it and see if it tastes like dwarf blood. Yes, indeed. The floor stained with blood. Will this lead to Funi Gemcutter? Alright, we're still being led to Funi Gemcutter. I'm actually going to go into stealth mode. Let's see where the next bloodstains are. They head off to the left, do they not? Now, at the moment, we do not actually have a task to take out any of the orcs that are in here. I'm sure that will come up at some point in time. And it looks like we're going to have to take out that dude. Or will we? Hey, he walked away, so we might be able to take out the bloodstain here. There we go. Can we get back? Yep, back into stealth. Let's see where these bloodstains are leading us. There's another one. Yes, we could easily take these people out, but once again, we are trying to roleplay our character. And Lord knows Bilbo wouldn't have us flying through the tunnels, attacking every orc on the way. He would have us sneaking and squeezing and doing everything we can, even if we have to lose all our brass buttons along the way. Let's continue following the bloodstains. I am imagining that they are a lot like the red flowers that we had to follow in the elf introduction, where if we skip them, we may not get credit for having followed them. Then again, there could be one right on down there, but why not go ahead and hit them all? Floor is stained with blood. Will this lead to Funi Gemcutter? I'm certainly hoping so. Okay, let's continue on down. I see more blood stains. And there's Funi right over yonder. Oops, there we go. We actually managed to make the jump. And there's one of the things on our deed. We have found the statue in the courtyard of Minas Elendur. Let's see for a moment. Pull up our deeds. And we are going to take a look at that. Is it Eregion? I'm wanting to say it is. Let me find the deed, and I will be right back. I have found the deed. It is under Eregion, and it's the third one from the right here in Eregion. And it's the exploration deed, and it is find the statue. So we are going to do a very quick, looks like every single one of these has got a travelogue type thing associated with it. So we will do a very quick travelogue here, and I will assert it in, and then we will talk to Funi, and I would imagine prepare for some combat. So let's see how this goes. This central courtyard in Minas Elendur was taken early by the forces of evil when war came to Eregion. The statue was untouched by the orcs, but its sad countenance witnessed a great deal of pain and death on the grass below. Okay, hopefully that travelogue turned out okay with the statue and all there. Now we are going to talk to Funi Gemcutter here.
Bewildering, a friendly face.
By Durin, a friendly face. I had all but given up hope of rescue, and have you appear as if from nowhere. Hurry, there is not much time. Indeed, I do appear as if from nowhere.
These oryx are as miserable a creature as any I have seen.
All right, we're going to continue on with Chapter 7, Bewildering Ruins. These Uryx call themselves Ninkoth, but I care not. They are as miserable a creature as any I have seen. It seems they have come north on the hills of another breed, but these have designs of settling down in these lands. What an idea! Better up here than down near Ziggel-Jabal, my home in the White Mountains, but still too close for comfort. We have had troubles there enough. The Ninkoth Uryx keep me alive for a purpose, friend. They've been bringing golden trinkets to me from throughout the cellars of this place, with the idea that I could somehow fashion them into items of worth. Which of course I can, but would never do so for these creatures. I cannot bear the thought of these treasures being left here for the Ninkoth. Explore these ruins, gather up the treasure, and bring it back to me. I would not mind a bit if you took some time to slay some Uryx either. Oh, you may want to make a map. So there we are. We have got, whether we wanted to or not, we've got to defeat 8 Ninkoth, 6 Despoilers, 8 Berserkers, and collect 4 treasure coffers. So we will go ahead and get that. Bewildering Ruins. So it looks like we're going to spend a good deal of our time wandering around in these bewildering ruins, making our map, as you see here. Why don't we turn names back on, number 1. Had them turned off because of doing the travelogue entry. Now, let's take out this Despoiler. We'll see if we can sneak in behind him. And we will distract him if we can. Looks like he almost grokked onto us there, didn't he? Take him on out. There we go. 1 Despoiler down. Got a Kazed steel-bound loot box. Wow. Okay. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to continue searching around in this area. Filling in our map, seeing if we can find these treasure coffers. I'm going to continue searching first of all. Okay, I don't see anything down that way. Let's fill in the rest of this courtyard area. This time, I'm definitely going to distract him before he gets close to us. Ooh, he resisted. See if we can get around behind him. We managed to bump into him without him noticing. How sweet. There we go. Maybe we had to have a critical chain there. I don't know what he did, but he dropped a whole bunch of power all of a sudden. There we are. Okay. So we are going to continue. I said we're going to look the rest of this little courtyard area. And then I imagine we will start moving down the little walkways off to the side. It is a pretty place. Quite a lovely place, in fact. It's got almost like a last homely house Elrond look to it, with a big central courtyard that I can only presume had a roof of some sort, stained glass perhaps, on it at one point. Let us go on up this way. We will take out the berserker here. And I'm going to work my way down to one of the hallways. Let's see if the berserkers are any more of a hassle than the despoilers were. I'm imagining not. Then we're going to give up the hunt for them and go on in and start wandering the halls looking for those coffers. Okay, so 2 berserkers down. 2 despoilers down, sorry. 1 berserker down. Now, we have finished the central courtyard. Let us go down and see if we can find a coffer. I think we had a hallway right back here. We did. We're going to continue on down it. This place is a bit of a maze. I do certainly remember that from before. And I've got an alarm going off here with my wife texting me. So this is a good enough place to stop for a second, I think. And then we will come back and I will rejoin you. Okay, folks, we are back. I took the time to chat with the wife and also get my laundry going. Hopefully y'all aren't going to hear it growling in the background. Did that guy come from somewhere? Where did he come from? Let's see. That's actually... There we go. I'm sitting here trying to figure out where the devil did I come from. All right, there we go. So he is up here with another, looks like, hallway ahead of him. This is quite a large place, by the way. Most of these public dungeons like this, the later ones are, like Sarner's, the one over there. The Thorin's Hall reputation dungeon down the hill there in Thorin's Vale. The Northern Eregion. You know, it has several different levels to it. And a very large frozen area way down at the very bottom, too. And this is one as well. You found the Southeast Isle in Minas Elendur. Okay. Well, we'll put in another travel log entry here, won't we? And we'll be right back after we get that done. This isle, open to the skies of Eregion, was once the home of much greenery. Now only a few trees and bushes stand atop a raised platform here. This place is a junction of sorts, and passages lead away in 3 directions. All right, that should be good. Now, let us continue on. Let's see on the map which way we want to go out of this place now. Do we go south? Do we continue going east? Oh, look at the garden up there. Wish we could get to it, but I have tried and tried. And I'm not aware of any particular way of doing it. I think we are going to continue heading this direction. Since we're already seen to be heading to the east, let's continue heading to the east for as long as possible. And at least get that extent mapped out. The how far can you go this way and that way part. Whoop, he detected us. A little too close for a little too long before we nailed him there. There we we go. Another despoiler down. Let's stealth back up. Nice to see those health numbers popping up. Ooh, isn't this nice? Wouldn't this be a really nice place? Look at the brazier on the wall for the light, and the benches here. So sweet. Now we have a choice. It looks like perhaps another hallway going down that way. Another corner up here, maybe. Yep. And does this maybe turn to the north? I think it does. Okay, this was apparently once a really thriving place, judging by all the benches and the halls to rest at. It does go on quite extensively, doesn't it? Why don't we go on into the door? I'm wanting to think that the doors perhaps actually take you down into... They either take you into special areas or they take you down. You found the dimly lit pillared room in Minas Elendur. Okay, so the dimly lit pillar room. I was thinking they might actually take you down into the actual cellar area down below. Let's see if we can distract him. Found weakness. Now we're going to go up and stab him. Looks like this may very well be a multi-part exploration here. This is quite the extensive ruin that we are checking out. But it's kind of like whenever we were over in... Oh, and I think we found the chest right over there, didn't we? I think we have found one of the chests. Let us go ahead and grab it, and then... Yep, treasure coffer. This treasure coffer has rested within Minas Elendur for many years. Okay, collected one of those. At least it won't be sparkling on us now. Now, let's do the next. Let's have the next travelogue entry here. Let's see, can we turn that on as well? We can turn that on as well. Isn't that sweet? And another door heading out. Okay, the next travelogue, and we will rejoin you right after that. Pillars still reach to the ceiling in this dimly lit room, despite the debris and fallen stones piled up in the corners. Alright, that's our next travelogue entry. Let's see where we are. We are right there. Can we go further east from here? Let's see, is there a place? No, there's no further easter ways. But why don't we make sure we get this back corner? There we are. And we've turned on our light, now that we're in the more dimly lit areas here. We've turned on our light so we won't get quite so lost. Looks like that. Does that go up and then turn to the north, perhaps? It looks like it does. Okay, it does extend quite a bit up here, doesn't it? Why don't we go down? Let's go back into this room, and I'm going to go through that door. So as I was saying before, some of these doors, I believe, go into the lower area. I think they lead down like this. I think, as you see, it looks like stairs, doesn't it? It goes down into the lower cellar area of Delatham. There we go. That's the name of it, Delatham. And Delatham, as you see, is its own separate map. And I believe at least one, if not two, of the coffers are to be found down here. And as the adventurer was saying, there are areas upstairs that you can't get to without going down here. And there are areas of the cellars down here that you can't get to. You found the 4-corridor junction in Delatham, which are skittering stone lizards. We've got a Moria escapee. Oh, look at there, the Grobbog, the Grebig. Very funny. Okay. So he escaped all the way from Moria and came over here, did he? Okay. we will do the 4 hallway junction now. A lot of places to find down here. A lot of places to find down here. And we will continue on with the travelogue there. A diverse range of creatures make their home now in Delatham. Stone lizards and insects that have come to this place from hidden cracks within Khazad-dûm. The 4 passages that meet here ensure that it once saw much foot traffic in time of peace and much hurried panic in time of war. Okay, so we have gotten that. Can we go any... Looks like that's where we came from. And I think it only came... Yeah, we came through the door and turned, so that's as far as that one goes. Let us travel to the north. First, let's try and pick up the boundaries of this room. There we go. Good. We got the bounds. Let's go to the north now. And let's see what there might be up this way. Any further doors? I bet it's a door. Is it a stair? Yep, there's an exit going up. But let's see. Maybe this goes to one of those hidden places. Let's take it and find out what happens. Does it just lead us back to a hall, or do we found a... You found the windowed chamber in Minas Elendur, and there's a treasure coffer. Fantastic. Okay. Whoa, what are those? Those seem to be spirits of some kind. That was spooky as heck, wasn't it? I'm wondering. Let's get the other treasure coffer. Let's do the windowed chamber. Let's do our travelogue entry of it and see if they explain what those shades of the elves there were. First of all, let's also look down. Where are we actually at? I'm not sure what we're looking down into there. It doesn't seem to be any of the areas. Alright, so we're up here. We're up here right on the corner of one of those northern courtyards. Okay, so we're going to do our little travelogue entry. And let's see if they explain the windowed courtyard, the windowed room here. From this windowed chamber, the elves that lived in this place watched as the forces of evil marauded through Minas Elendur, slaying its meager defenders. This elevated chamber bears the mark of their grief and despair, waiting as they did for the end to come. Alright, so it's a haunted chamber. That's what it is. As you see the spirits appearing and disappearing back behind us again. Alright, I think that is going to take us through the first part of this exploration. It's definitely going to be at least a 2-parter, possibly a 3-parter as we continue exploring the twists and turns of Minas Elendur here. So we will see you next time. In the meantime, I am going to have a little smoke in order to relax my nerves and to quit thinking about those ghosts that keep appearing behind us. And we will see you next time. Thanks for coming along, and we will see you in the next time whenever we continue exploring the ruins here.